Women think they can fight men. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is the third part of our series where we are on a hunt to explore the funny and embarrassing moments where women think they can fight men. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fun content like this. Now, let's get started. First up here is this girl who confidently challenges a guy to wrestle, only to find herself in a situation where her enthusiasm meets the reality of physical strength. Despite her initial bravado, the guy who at first seemed to be holding back a bit effortlessly takes control. It was a lesson for her that physical encounters, even when approached with confidence, can lead to unexpected outcomes. So, next time, she might not underestimate the opponent like that. Next, here's a woman who dreams of becoming a boxer faced a tough challenge during a training session with a male partner. Even though she was determined, a powerful punch to her stomach from the male opponent abruptly ended the sparring session, leaving her temporarily unable to continue. It was yet another moment that highlighted the difficulties that can come up in mixed-gender training and stupid challenges that people get into. Next up, this video features a jiu-jitsu match between two individuals, Alex Enriquez and Megan Pinning. In this bout, Enriquez dominated throughout, showing his control over Pinning with relentless slaps and strategic skills. The match concluded with the man bagging the victory and reminded his opponent of the mistake she made stepping into this fight. Moving on to this fight, there's a girl who's really determined to do well in a live performance. She's giving her best and trying to impress everyone watching. Sadly, things don't go as planned. Looks like luck is not on her side. Despite her efforts, challenges pop up, and then there's an unexpected turn in events. It becomes kind of embarrassing for both her and the people watching. The video is like a reminder that live performances can be tricky. Not everything happens perfectly, and sometimes things just don't work out. Then, there's this Muay Thai kickboxing match in Thailand. We see a man face off against a woman. The fight takes a brutal turn as the man relentlessly dominates his female opponent, leading to a knockout that prompts the referee to intervene. That was way too brutal, man, come on. The mismatch in strength was evident right from the start, which makes us wonder that physical disparities really do impact mixed-gender matches in combat sports. Here, in a surprising turn of events, this female fighter finds herself in a humbling situation during a sparring session with a man. Apparently, she had been making some pretty strong statements about beating a man. Bold move. But, with the start of the match, she gets knocked out. Now that really was humbling. Must have hurt. This was a lesson for her that it's crucial to recognize and respect the actual challenges one might face in a real-life scenario, instead of being cocky. Next up is this fight where a military woman aims to prove her strength in a friendly fight against a man. But the tables quickly turn as the man asserts dominance, reminding viewers that challenging traditional ideas may require more training. The encounter becomes a lighthearted lesson in physical differences, showing that equality in physical abilities can be a complex challenge to address. Next up is this wrestling match between a girl and a boy. The girl seems to expect a fair showdown, but is met with the boy's determination to show his dominance. He folds her like a pretzel multiple times, showing off his superior strength. It was as if his ego was being stroked with every attack he made, and that was apparently working. Here is a much recent MMA match between a man and a woman, and as we see, the man easily defeats his opponent. Even the referee has to step in to stop the bout almost immediately. It was clear that the physical differences were favoring the man, and the intervention was necessary to ensure fair and safe competition. Women really need to start thinking before they take on such challenges. Yet another MMA matchup here. We see a female feminist fighter who has opted to face off against a man, only to find herself on the receiving end of a thorough beatdown. The man shows much superior skills and dominates the fight from the get-go, interrupting any attempts at resistance from the female opponent. And towards the end, the woman has to give up as she realizes the game was not getting in her control. Moving on, here's another match where a girl willingly takes on a guy. What are they thinking, honestly? Pretty soon into the fight, it becomes clear that she's outmatched. There was no way she could win this thing unless divine help comes in. She is clearly struggling to stand her ground, and she must be regretting this decision at this point. It's not just about wanting to compete, there's a lesson here about being ready for the challenge. The mismatch in strength and skill is apparent, and the video suggests that participants should consider these differences when signing up for such competitions. Next up is this girl who bravely steps into a boxing match against a clearly strong guy. The fight starts, and she seems to be confident in herself. Good strategy always, but again, confidence alone will not work. Things got real fast, and the guy started throwing a bunch of punches at her, and she was struggling to defend herself against his continuous attacks. The intensity of the match and how hard the girl is trying to fight back can be seen clearly here. It's like a tough, one-sided battle where she's giving it her all, but the odds are against her. Not her day. Next up is another MMA clash where a woman is taking on a tough opponent. From the beginning, it's clear she wasn't ready for the fight. The guy she's up against has more skills and strength. The referee has to step in eventually, realizing that the woman wasn't prepared for such a challenging competition. It was her own well-being that was being put on the line here, and things had to be stopped before there was some significant damage. And here at last, we see this YouTuber in a wrestling match with a girl in this video. Again, we see that from the start it's quite clear that it's a one-sided affair. The girl is putting in serious effort, trying her best, but the man is just breezing through it effortlessly, making it seem like a stroll in the park. Clearly, there was a massive skill gap, and at a point, it becomes somewhat comical to see how easily he thwarts every attempt the girl makes. This has to be pretty humiliating for the girl. And that is it for today, guys. Which fight was your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for tuning in and making this series a success. We will see you again next time with more fun content like this. Until next time.